This is an undercover mission. For our safety and yours, we need to keep these prisoners out of the spotlight.
Yeah, obvious question. I was hoping for a little more information, like where I could find them. Okay, well, thank you.
Good luck on the key.
Right, there is a brig around here somewhere.
Over whether the fleet would let you in or leave you for dead. And, unless you're a zombie, I owe the ops team lunch.
SysDef Marines are the best of the best.
I find your lack of faith disturbing. You have no idea how long I've wanted to say that.
Orders came down. Some new science division policy. Everyone on board's to look out for heat leeches. Consider yourself informed.
Oh, I knew that, but well done spreading the message. Okay, this is the bridge. I've got a feeling the brig is not going to be server room. Probably not in the server room either, right?
Well, must have done your diagnostics check out, so that's good. Oof.
Hi.
Given your age, it looks like your rotational gears are due for a viscosity check. Ooh, and time to take another look at your camera.
I'm sorry. My rota... Oh, you're still talking to the turret.
It won't hurt, I promise.
Hi. Okay, you know what? You don't want to chat. You don't want to chat. I was wondering if you could tell me where the brig is. I'm assuming it is not... That is definitely someone's private quarters, isn't it? And that's a conference room. Okay, it must be... You know what? It's almost certainly... Let's have a look. Docking bay, maybe? Let's have... Brig! See, I should have used the elevator, shouldn't I? I should have used the elevator. Let's have a look. Docking ports are that way. Brig, this... See, I love signposts. This is... Docking ports, docking port computer. Okay, I do not need to be going down there. Is this the brig? No, it's another docking port. Hello, is this the brig?
The fleet's getting desperate. They're bringing on random thugs off the space lanes.
That's what makes this move so brilliant. They won't suspect a thing.
But what if they're thinking the same thing? What if they hired a pirate to infiltrate SysDef?
Relax, the fleet doesn't think that far ahead. We're playing chess, they're playing the drums.
Okay. I was about to say, Sam, don't get in their face. And then for a second I thought she was going to shoot you. Okay. Is this the brig? I don't know why. I always think the brig will be down somewhere, right? I mean, you just do, don't you? Storage. There's the brig.
I saw one of the ensigns get an Alpha Centauri from Officer Petrosian the other day. The man takes his job very seriously.
Get an Alpha Centauri? What is that? That's military speak for something. Okay. Let's go and... Okay, we got security, interrogation room, and cells. I should probably...
Some of the guards don't take kindly to the prisoners, but we should try to maintain some decorum.
Agreed.
Welcome to the brig. As a member of SysDef, you may talk with the prisoners as long as you are mindful of operation security.
Okay.
As a personal rule, I simply ask that you adhere to UC Navy standards of cleanliness at all times. That means no mud on your boots, your hands are washed, and you are free of any contagious diseases.
Seems a little excessive, Proto. Why the focus on cleanliness?
Besides the fact that it's healthier, a sanitary brig is important for station security. In my experience, a prisoner will hide a shiv under a flake of dust if you let them. The cleaner a space is, the easier it is to spot irregularities, both inside the cell and out.
I get that. Okay, I'm kind of a slob. No, I try to keep things neat and tidy. My crew, on the other hand, I've given up with them. But it's just me and Sam. Sam's going to behave, I promise. It won't be a problem.
Excellent. And all that being said, I understand your mission directive might call for flexibility on my part. So if you need to be a rum-drinking, swashbuckling pirate to do your job, then I will do my best to clean up after you.
Okay. Right. Let's have a. Before we get to business, what kind of prisoners end up in this brig?
The cells you see here are for captured pirates and prisoners of war. If you apprehend any pirates during the course of your missions, they'll be detained here.
Good to know. And how do you handle treatment to the prisoners?
That's a loaded question. We err on the side of caution here, short of any physical abuse. But with the Crimson Fleet, you have to be very careful. If you give them an inch, they'll take a parsec and find a way to stab you with it.
Okay, so good might security side, we should try to keep things as humane as possible. Do the guards get into it with the prisoners? Do you have problems with that sort of thing?
Verbally, yes. There's a lot of bad blood with the fleet stretching across generations, myself included. Sometimes that blood spills over. As long as there's no actual fighting, I tend to let both sides dish it out.
I get it. Security should be the top priority. It should. It should. We should try to keep things as humane as possible, though. It's not for them, it's for us. It's so that we don't devolve to their level.
Yes, although it's always a balance. At the end of the day, these are ruthless pirates, and they will take advantage of any weakness you show.
I'm not suggesting weakness.
I'll be the first to admit it's not an exact science, and we've made mistakes in the past with both the carrot and the stick. As chief officer of this brig, my worst fear is that we'll someday repeat them.
Okay. Yeah. No, he sounds like he's got his head screwed on. It's, you don't keep dangerous animals. I'm not suggesting they're animals, they're people, but you don't keep dangerous animals caged and then taunt and provoke them unless you want those animals to basically have a lot of pent-up rage and anger and want to eat your face. What if the prisoners try to escape? What kind of defenses do we have?
We have multiple turrets attached to the ceiling. If you've met Ensign Betty, she's personally calibrated them to ensure they cover the entire area. That being said, firing the turret should be considered a last resort. Are you going to finish that thought?
Yeah, I'm trying. I saw someone talking to them, to a turret, so I assume that's the person. What are your thoughts on Commander Ikande?
He's a good man, singularly focused when it comes to the fleet. But that's not to say he doesn't care about his crew. I can tell you a story as an example if you'd like to hear it.
Oh, yeah. Does the commander visit... Okay, before... Does he come here often, to the brig?
Usually only when he has business here. But pretty much everyone passes by the brig on their way to other parts of the ship. Given he sees barely a glance of me most days, you'd think he wasn't paying attention. Hence the story, if you've got time.
Oh, I do. Go ahead. I've got the time.
So, I'm a bit of a workaholic, and I forget to take breaks. One day, Commander Ikande passes by the brig and sees me at my desk. He takes one look at my haggard face and says, "Officer, I'm headed to the mess hall. If you're not with me in 15 minutes, your services will no longer be required on my ship." I tried to protest, but he was dead serious. So I went. We had lunch, talked about old times, and I went back to the brig, refreshed and ready to work. It's little things like that. You can see he pays attention, and that he cares about the people, not just the work.
All right, okay. I like that. As the brig officer, is there anything you need from me?
As a matter of fact, I have a favor to ask.
I had to open my mouth, didn't I? Yep.
Part of your undercover work involves going to the fleet headquarters, namely the key.
Yeah?
While you're there, if you find anything pertaining to the history of the fleet, I'd be interested in learning about it.
Commander... Well, you know what? There's a lot we can both learn, I'm sure. That is a highly unusual request. Well, you know what? He wants intel. That's my job. There's a lot we can both learn, I'm sure.
I agree. Just keep in mind this is a favor and you're free to ignore it. I only ask because this is such a rare opportunity and I'd hate to pass it up.
See, you have the mind of an explorer. I like this. Can't make any promises. I'll keep my eye open for you, though. Definitely.
I appreciate it. I've actually heard rumors about there being audio logs for an interview the founder of the fleet, Jasper Crix, did on the key.
Okay.
I'm interested in anything he had to say regarding his time in prison and how the prisoners were treated.
Oh.
If you find anything like that, bring it back here, and we'll take a listen.
Will do. Why the fascination with the fleet's history? I kind of think I already understand, but I want to hear you say it.
The fleet and the UC are intertwined, and I've always felt knowing that past as an important part of what we do. In life, history can be a guide, a warning, or at times, a reflection. And if you want to know which one it is, you have to stare it in the face, regardless of how ugly it is.
All right. Okay, now to business. Were there any problems securing Austin Rake?
No, the prisoner surrendered willingly, as per the terms of your deal. This is probably the safest place for him, if the fleet want him dead. You
Yeah.
can chat with him, if you haven't already. I'm sure he has a lot to say.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
You're dismissed.
Okay. Yeah, you probably outrank me as Vanguard Captain. I mean, technically, I guess the only person I'm under the command of is Commander Ikande. What? Oh, sorry. Are there cells upstairs? You know what?
How on earth do you do that?
Oh. Wait. Oh, there you are. It's a bit dark in there, isn't it? Did you... Oh, did they just let you turn the lights off? Like, oh, is it nighttime?
I guess you think I have some sad story to tell? That I met some sick orphans on New Homestead and grew a conscience? Or maybe you're the cynical type, and you think I turned a new leaf because I wanted SysDef to go easy on me. The truth is a bit more complicated than that.
Okay. I was just coming in to check you were being treated okay, but it sounds like you really are in the mood to chat. I don't even remember. The truth is always complicated. That's why no one wants to hear it. Then explain it to me. It's not complicated to retrain it. No, explain it to me. Explain it to me.
Sure, I got time. You see, at my age, you know who you are. And I've always been a thief. I'd swipe a cred stick for my own mother if it had enough zeros on it. But even in a group of cred-hungry thieves, a man has to have a code. Rules.
The flip. You mean honor among thieves?
I do. You finish a job, it's supposed to be done. You get the rush and the relief. But in the fleet, doing the job isn't the hard part. In the fleet, you gotta worry about the guy sleeping next to you, and if he's gonna take a bigger piece of the pie. You gotta wake up the next morning and wonder why your slice is missing and the crumbs are stuck to his face.
Okay. Curiosity. You seem to have a lot of resentment. Would you be interested in working for us?
And put a bigger target on my back? As far as I'm concerned, the Brig is the safest place I can be. The second you drag me into some private room, you're basically telling everyone here that I'm a rat.
I get it, but we could put you a private room that's comfortable and you could be useful. You'd still be safe, but you'd be comfortable, you know, not in a cell. You'd probably spend the rest of your life on this ship being comfortable, but hey. Never mentioned you changed your identity.
Yeah, I've had some work done. If you got the Crimson Fleet on your back, you would too. As for the name, that was actually the hard part. You can use 100 different aliases and the system will just add them to the list. Now you can pay a guy to delete the list, but nothing's ever really gone forever. Naver probably paid the same guy to hit rewind, and here we are.
Right. Why'd you on a medical supply ship?
Well, for one, they don't have much in the way of loot, but they're still important to somebody. You can't just blow up one without it showing up on SSNN, or a UC captain getting a 10-inch stack of slates on his desk. But more importantly, do-gooders are predictable. The pirate code changes depending on who's reciting it. Honest folks, they have a habit of writing their rules down. Why did I join the Regana? Truth is, I just wanted a good night's sleep.
That's a pretty good reason, to be honest. Shows you recognize good people generally are better to hang out with. You seem better off here anyway. Alright, you know what? Thank you very much for the information. Odd, isn't it? Crimson Fleet Pirate. Seems perfectly reasonable. Okay, well that's pretty much all I needed. Let's get back out there. Okay, we need to make our way to
We're clear.
the key. And let's just make sure we got power to the engines. And we will find the key in the Crix system. And we will need to go through... Cheyenne, didn't we have something to do in Cheyenne? For some odd reason. Oh! We've actually picked up... We've picked up a book. I think it was the charter, the Aquila charter. We should drop that off in Cheyenne at some point, but that's not really a priority right now. I tell you what might be a priority. I just gained a skill point. I can now take the second rank of Anutronic Fusion. Wait. Destroy or board 5 ships with a crew of 2 or more. I definitely killed, well, at least one of them. I destroyed at least one, because that's how I unlocked this. But I thought wasn't it 3? Destroy or board 5 ships with a crew of 2 or more. That's my crew, right? I've got a crew of 4. It's not the crew of the ship we're boarding. I mean, are you telling me those ships only had 1 crew member each? But why would that matter? Surely it's me commanding a ship with my crew. Okay. That's annoying. Okay, let's try boarding a okay, well then I guess an extra point of power is... Yeah, sure. Okay. You know what? Let's do that. Yeah, look, that was annoying. I was thinking of saving it. Actually, how far are we to the... We're a while off, actually. I was thinking of saving it because I want a bigger crew. Well, at least we've got more power now. Huh. Mind you, if I did get the option to get a bigger crew, I would probably have to go and hire some. Because, I mean, I've got some options crew-wise, but the skills they bring to the table are not actually, I don't think, particularly useful. And I know you can find people in bars, so we should be checking bars. However, right now, no point anyway, because apparently I won't be upgrading that skill anytime soon. Right, let's set a course for the Crix system. I've not been there before, so... Oh, I need power. I need power. Tell you what. Let's... Just in case we don't know what we're dealing with, let's have something on the... And we'll be ready on the EM. Yeah, a little... aggravated by that.
Oh, I never get tired of that.
Woo! Okay. You know what? Why don't we keep the grav drive powered up? That is the key.
Hail acknowledged. Duck where you like.
Real formal then. Okay. I'm curious, what have we got around here? Other ships? We've got loads of ships. Crimson Fleet White 2. Yeah, lot of tough-looking Crimson Fleet around here. Before we do anything, let's just check what we're dealing with. Frozen rock, apparently. Oh. Wait, is absolutely everything a moon? Okay, rock lock. Well, the advantage to this is I can scan all of these because they're moons of this planet. Oh, no, that looks like its own... Oh, no, that is a moon as well, orbiting this planet. Oh, look at this! This may be the fastest scan of a system that I have done. Okay. Is that all of them? Can I? Yes. Let's have a look. Scanned. Oh, I haven't... No, I have scanned that. I've scanned them all. Okay, look at that. Scan them all. Record time. So, let's dock and go and meet Nera. I should probably try and remember what her name is, because I don't think it was that. Okay. Nera? Who cares? It's Crimson Fleet. I'll just pretend I don't care.
Docking integrity, 100%. Good to go, Cap.
Yep. Okay, I'm still wondering whether Vasca... Oh. I can't speak to...
A face I never mind seeing. What can I do for you?
Okay, you don't need to speak over the sound system. Should I just stick with Sam or switch to Vasco? My instincts say Vasco. I mean, he's a badass robot. And I don't really care too much about not killing people here. Why did I think it was there for a second? Oh, wait. Sam? I think you should stay here. You know what? I can do that. Let's just head out and then I can speak.
Just tell Cora we're back.
Okay. Where's Vasco?
Big difference on 40% of 10 versus 30.
Hello, Captain.
You got 4K. Not my problem.
If you're stealing from me, you bet your ass it's your problem.
You kidding me? Way to make a mess in front of my new work.
Hey, steal from me and get caught. Better off dead.
Sounds like you did the fleet a favor. Now toss this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air freshener.
Okay. Hi. Vasco? Give me a second. Vasco?
Captain, it is pleasant to see you.
Follow me.
I have no objections.
Sam, see you back on the ship.
Hey, good to see you.
You just go back to the ship, look after Cora. All right.
The hell took you so long? Forget how to grav jump or something?
I had things to do. The job's done. I'm here, so back off. Why did you miss me?
Please. It'd be one less sloppy Rook whose mess I had to clean up. The last thing I need is another Austin Rake getting cold feet. You want to leave the fleet? You pay the price. Not in credits, but in blood.
Okay. I should really have spoken to Vladimir. Job's done. I'm here. Back off, lady.
Fair enough. Glad to see you showing some backbone. Just be careful that you can back up that attitude before you square off with someone who can kick your ass. But, all that aside, you made it. So now, you get to hear a nifty history lesson. Pencils ready?
Goody!
Good. This floating scrap heap you're standing on is called the Key. Used to be an old UC military star station, and now it's the fleet's base of operations. Might look a little beat up on the outside, but we keep it together.
Okay, Crimson Fleet took it. You took over an entire UC star station.
Sure did. Right out from under their noses. Way before you or I were born, though. We've held this station for a very long time. Don't worry. Delgado will tell you all about it.
Okay. I bet that really annoys the UC that you're stationed here.
You think? And that's only part of it. I'll let Delgado fill you in on the whole story. He tells it better anyway.
Okay.
I can give you the short version while we walk the station.
All right.
Anyway, I'll tell you all about the key. But it's better if I show you too. Follow me.
Well done. Will do, I mean.
All right. History time. So, the key is in orbit around Suvorov. That's the very same ice ball where the United Colonies built a supermax prison they call the Lock. The UC is so clever. Supermax prison, lock, key. Cute, huh?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. They're, really hilarious. System error. Critical compute error. All processes... Let's follow. Someone should fix that. Reckoner's core.
Now, we've got everything the fleet needs right here.
Sucks.
Of course, you've got to pay for it. Remember, on the key, credits are king.
Oh, I got loads.
What the hell is this?
Those.
All right, hang on, Nev. Before you get pissed, I've got my hands full.
Jasmine, sweetie, I'm trying to give a tour here. So you want to tell me why those damn doors are sealed?
It's called a malfunction. You know, that thing I spend most of my day dealing with. Believe me, my people are on it. Have a little faith for once.
Aw. And you, always, Angel. This here's Jasmine. You need anything for your ship, she's got you covered. We'll hit up the depot next since these doors have given out on us.
We will be speaking.
Anyway, we were talking about the Lock. About 100 years ago, the prisoners down there rioted and took over the place. After stealing some ships, they were actually able to make it up here and took over the key.
About time you brought us new blood, Neva. I was getting tired of trading with the same old faces.
You're just ticked everyone's getting wise to your ridiculous prices, Aludra. Anyway, welcome to the depot, Rook, where you'll be lucky if these blood-sucking leeches don't bleed you completely dry.
Whoa, whoa. It's not our fault that people don't appreciate how much it costs to get untraceable merchandise onto the key.
Neva's just whining because she thinks she lost a ton of cash selling us a shipment of gear. She should have done her homework.
Yeah, sure, laugh it up. I'll remember that next time I need something from you cheapskates. Let's move on. Back to my story.
It's kind of weird.
After the liberated
I'm liking
prisoners
these
grabbed
people.
the key, they established it as a base of operations and began pirating the spaceways. That was how the Crimson Fleet began. Of course, Jasper Cricks had a lot to do with all that, but we'll get to him later. Rook, meet Zuri, queen of the rare exports.
If I don't have it, you don't need it.
No amps, blueprints.
Heard that before.
Hit her up and she'll take care of you.
Speaking of which, you still owe me for that last purchase, Neva. It's like 5 figures. Don't make me collect it the hard way.
The hard way? Oh no. Rook, protect me from Zuri's vengeance. Enough of the bullshit, Zuri. I'll pay you when I pay you. Deal with it. Got a problem with that? Take it up with the boss.
Don't even try to rip me off.
Got Radley from the
I know
trade
value when
authority.
I see it.
I'm sure you know the deal there. He'll buy pretty much anything. No matter
Trade
how
authority.
hot.
Okay.
Then we got our med bay on the left, run by the one and only Samina Mizra. She'll patch you up, if you've got the money. We don't run any free clinics up in here, you don't?
Okay.
Okay, this is our final stop. Over there, you've got the Last Nova, where Bog serves watered-down drinks at ridiculously exorbitant prices. And right here is the most important place on the entire station, the Reckoner's Core, run by the incomparable Shinya Voss.
Another new Rook, Neva? I can't believe Delgado still lets you recruit, given what happened with the last one.
You mean Austin Rake? It's been taken care of, all right? I don't like loose ends, and this Rook is the one who tied it off.
Perhaps next time you'll try to be a bit more discerning regarding your choices. It's far more cost-effective.
Yeah, love you too, darling. Anyway, Shinya handles our lifeblood. The money. We call him our reckoner, but if you ask me, he's actually a pain in the ass.
Vasco, leave the woman
Neva
alone.
will slit your throat if she thinks you'll bleed creds.
Go to hell, Voss. Take care of our new friend here, or I'll find a way to pull the pin on that little party popper in your chest. Anyway, Shinya will get you set up in our system. I've got real work to do. Once you're done, head upstairs and I'll introduce you to the boss.
Upstairs,
Time for a proper introduction. I am Shinya Voss, the official reckoner for the Crimson Fleet. And since Neva so thoughtfully mentioned it, yes, this is a bomb embedded in my chest. And no, I'll never know the meaning of the word humble. In fact, I find Delgado's idea of a security measure to be quite empowering.
I bet. How is a bomb in your chest empowering?
I see the bomb as a symbol of my importance, and it's a constant reminder to everyone of the sacrifice I was willing to make. The freedom I've given up, the pain, it's not something that just anyone has the resolve to bear.
So he's put a you're like the money guy, but he can flick a switch and make you go boom, right? Okay, that is a clever security measure, I guess.
Glad you approve. Obviously, betrayal isn't taken lightly around here. Since I oversee the bulk of transactions and maintain all accounts for the fleet, I'm a prime target for information. Should our enemies capture me, or I grew any semblance of a moral conscience, you might consider me the greatest threat we have. For Delgado, the bomb grants peace of mind and a certain degree of safety.
Right. Sorry, I was lost in thought for a second. So one wrong move and you're dead.
Essentially, but I sleep soundly knowing I'm one of the few that can piss Delgado off and live. Should I die, all of my knowledge, the accounts, the credits, it would be a mess. He wouldn't dare. He holds the trigger, but we all know that my death cripples the fleet. Call the bomb a weapon of last resort.
Okay, I'm going to remember that. I don't think I'm gonna. You bet you don't get out much. Okay, Delgado sounds like a smart man.
It's why he's the boss. Of course, I'm not the first reckoner to bear a bomb under my rib cage, but Delgado was smart enough to continue the tradition. Now, let me get you set up. A moment while I convene with the core. Thanks to advanced modifications even Eugen would envy, I can interface directly with our mainframe and the GalBank network. This allows me to move and clean credits faster and more efficiently than any run-of-the-mill cyber runner.
Okay.
There. You're done.
I'm done.
All you need now is Delgado's blessing, and you'll be one of us.
Time to make it. Any other modifications I need to know about?
None. Other than my chest and arm modifications, I am but a simple man. Is the interview over now? Can we get back to work?
It's about time to make those credits. Sure, yes.
The perfect segue into my final subject. Thanks to our relations with contacts across the galaxy, we always have a steady stream of jobs available. I've granted you all the necessary permissions to access these listings at any time, using the computers that surround the core.
Okay. Just tell me what kind of jobs?
Oh, you know. Smuggling, piracy, taking things that aren't yours. Nothing that should keep you up at night. Well, depending on your methods.
Okay. Sounds like we're going to be doing some business together, yes?
If Neva's chosen wisely, we certainly will. Now, I believe that covers all I have to say. So you can run along to Delgado. Take the elevator to the upper level. You should be able to find your way from there, I hope.
Okay, will do, will do.
Listen up. You can all stop complaining. Atrium to cargo bay doors have been repaired.
Oh.
And you're welcome, Nev.
Okay.
Every time I see Radley smile, I want to punch him in the face.
I have no idea who Radley is, but I've known people like that. I've absolutely known people like that. Okay, Jasmine.
Ship services? You need it? I've got it. So, looks like we got ourselves a new Rook. Once again, I'm Jazz, resident engineer here. Like Neva said, you need ship parts, repairs? I'll hook you up. As long as your credits are good.
Okay, you've got right. Okay, let's. What's the deal with you and Neva? Jazz? Didn't Neva call you Jasmine?
Neva's the only one who calls me that, amongst other things. To you and everyone else, it's just plain old Jazz.
Jazz, got it. So what's the deal with you and Neva?
Neva's mine, so don't be getting any ideas.
That's why I figured.
She may be a little rough around the edges, but she's just looking out for her own. There's no one better to have your back.
Right, now I got that. It must take a lot of effort to keep this tin can off life support. Yeah, that's a little rude, but... Well, maybe it's not, because all the effort's yours, isn't it? This must take a lot of work to keep this thing going.
Well, it did when I first got here. Most of these folks aren't too keen on maintenance. Today, the key's about as safe as any other UC station, just with a hell of a lot more personality. I can guarantee your ship will be in good hands, so if you're looking for an upgrade, let me know. We got the best selection in the settled systems. Illegal, unregistered, recalled. We sell it all. No questions asked.
Oh, no way. Legit manufacturer's part. Okay, will these parts show up on UC or Freestar security scanners?
No. You buy from me, you're worry-free. I can't have my customers getting caught now, can I? That's bad for business.
Oh, well, I'm always looking for an edge. I'm saying that as someone who's not just staying in character, but actually genuinely.
Anything that keeps the UC and Freestar Rangers off your tail is a must-have in my book.
Okay.
Just let me know when you want to talk business.
Okay. How did you wind up on the key? I gotta be honest, you're not what I expected as, you know, Crimson Fleet pirate.
Truth is, the fleet rescued me. Of course, I wouldn't have needed rescuing if they hadn't blown up the ship I was working on. Delgado plucked me out of space and brought me to the key. I took one look at the place and was compelled to work. Soon after, he offered me a permanent spot with the fleet.
Okay, that's odd, but okay. I like the message board. Fix. Could you help me with my ship?
No, but just remember, I don't work for free.
I mean, sorry, you don't mind. Right, okay, ooh. What ships have you got for sale?
Shop's always open as long as your money's good.
My money's great. Crimson Fleet Wraith. Oh, it's a C reactor. Yeah, no. It's not. No. It's okay. I mean, interesting, but oh, that just looks so familiar. Is nobody gonna look out the window and go, wait a minute? Cause, you know. Okay, nope. Oh, now we're talking. I'm liking the look of this. I mean, I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to buy a ship anyway, but... I mean, ooh, yeah. Where'd you get the cockpit from? I'm liking the look of that. I'm really not liking the look of that. Okay, no. Where are you?
You've got stuff to smuggle. I've got the stuff to hide it.
Well, that's what I would like to...
I don't mind helping, but it'll cost you.
Let me see. I'd like to view and modify
Sounds like
my
fun. Let's
ships.
see what I've got.
Okay, so let's start with looking at what you have in stock. So I can get scan jammers and shielded cargo bays here, which makes sense. And there is one thing here that I've never seen anywhere else, although maybe I just missed it. The Connect Pro Docker port. It's Stroud-Eklund. It's a bit strange that I've not seen it before. Functionally, it's the same as the one I've got, but it looks a lot more robust. And all of these pieces are Stroud-Eklund as well, so I'm thinking maybe I'll try that one out. Yeah, however, I'm going to do that a little later. We can spend some time working on my ship later on. I feel like right now, I need to go and see the boss. Probably shouldn't keep him waiting too long. Got a gym. I keep expecting someone to say something like, to King's 4 or something weird. I don't really know the chess parlance. Alright, you've actually got a firing range here. That's your idea of a gym as well. Okay, well, it makes sense, I guess. And bunks over here. Operations center. Where was the elevator? That's a bar. Do we have time to go drinking yet? Probably do that later, yeah? Clinic. That's where we came, right? That's where we came. We'll check all this out later. Where's that bloody elevator? It said something about an elevator. Go see the bar. Okay, no, it's through there.
You can get work from the boards near the Reckoner's Core. Voss will make sure you get paid.
Yeah, I've met Voss. There's the elevator. Shooting range that way, bunks in that direction. Right, let's go see the boss. And then we'll make ourselves at home and see what we can find here. Okay. Command center. Alright, I'm guessing this is the boss.
Ah, there's our other new recruit.
Our other new recruit? We've got...
So, now that we are all here, it's time to get down to business. The two of you are the only Rooks that have made the latest cut. The rest, well, let's just say they won't be joining us ever again. Neva's willing to put her neck on the line and vouch for you, which means you've got what it takes to join the Crimson Fleet.
Okay, I'm just waiting to cash. After not, what Neva put me through, she better vouch for me.
If dealing with the Ragana was at the limit of your capabilities, then you have a serious problem on your hands.
Wasn't the limit?
You are already in too deep to quit. And I can promise you, it only gets more difficult from here. All right, let's get started here. When you sign up with the Crimson Fleet, you're in it for the long haul. No one quits. No one retires. The only way out is death. You stay loyal or you pay the consequences. Fleet before friends. Fleet before family. Fleet before yourself.
Okay. Hope that doesn't include fleet before breakfast, because I like to sleep late.
Hey, if you've got a problem, I can decorate that wall behind you with your brains. Room could use a little color if you ask me.
Oh, relax.
It's all right, neighbor. I admire this Rook's backbone. Takes a lot of guts to crack jokes with the threat of death staring them in the face.
Can we get on with this? I want to get drunk at the last Nova.
I'm impressed. That is the first intelligent thing you have said this entire time, Mathis.
Okay.
Since you two seem so eager to move forward, let's get to your next job.
Oh, please don't tell me I'm working with him.
Cold weather gear, Rooks. Where we are going, you're going to need it.
Oh, God, don't tell me you're dragging him down to Suvarall for another one of your little initiation runs. 10 Johns to the surface, 12 dead Rooks. You'd think by now you would have given up on that goddamn campfire story.
Crix's legacy is no story, Neva. We've got fresh eyes in the fleet. And if these two want to impress, they're going to help me search those ruins.
I hope you're right, Dale. That new code we grabbed for the lock cost us a ton of credits. And a decent captain.
This initiation, as Neva calls it, is your chance to see where it all began. On Suvorov with Jasper Crix. Crix led the riots that gave birth to the Crimson Fleet. And if his legacy is still out there, we're going to be the ones to find it.
Okay. So you take every new pirate on these initiations?
Of course. Where else could I find such a perfect location to weed out any rooks who'd be wasting the fleet's time?
And out of curiosity, how many tests and initiations do I have to go through? I've lost count. Not that good with math.
What? Were you expecting a goddamn graduation ceremony? Think I'm just going to slap a skull on you and send you on your way? Make no mistake. You are being tested all the time. Every job you take will be under constant scrutiny. And Neva? Oh, she's just waiting for you to screw things up.
Okay. What is this code Neva's talking about?
Through a bit of luck and a hell of a lot of cash, Neva was able to get her hands on an access code to the inside of the lock. This will be the first time someone from the Crimson Fleet has set foot in there for, well, since Crix left the place behind. It has been frustrating being this close to potential clues, but not being able to find a way through those prison walls.
Okay. You want to break into a prison, basically. Yeah, that sounds sensible. Maybe you should tell me more about Crix's legacy.
Before Crix left the fleet, he left a message talking about a major score. One that would set up the fleet to be a big player in the settled systems. Somewhere down the line, they started calling it Crix's legacy. And everyone who's tried to find it has wound up empty-handed, missing, or dead. If we're gonna beat those odds, we'll first need a lead. And I would wager we will find one on Suvorov.
Dale's leaving out the best part. That this whole search is based on a handful of words on a very old slate. Crix left a lot of big talk on that recording, and not a lot of facts. Some of us believe in it more than others.
Don't listen to her. When we get our hands on Crix's legacy, the fleet will be operating at a completely different level. We will become more than a match for UC SysDef.
Okay. Won't the fleet just become a larger target to UC SysDef?
You forget the UC is still licking its wounds from the colony wars. They don't have the capability to mount a full-scale assault. And if they were foolish enough to attack, we would have the manpower to push those pendejos right back to Jemison. If we have Crix's legacy.
Okay. And what if Neva's right and Crix's legacy isn't real?
Listen to the words that I am saying. The legacy is real. You will find that out in due time, provided you're willing to put in the work. Nothing worth having ever comes easy.
Okay, let's just get on with it. We'll be unstoppable. That's a little of it. Yeah, I'll tell you what, let's just, let's get on with it. Let's do it.
Sounds like someone wants to get down to business. Okay, enough discussion. We have got a lot of work to do. To that end, the next stop is the lock. I've had Jazz feed the coordinates into your ship's computer. Since Mathis doesn't have a ship, he's going to ride with me. I'll see you down there, Rook. Don't keep me waiting.
I won't. Okay, you got me some gear. Okay. Is there anything you can tell me about Jasper Crix's history before he ended up in the lock?
I could tell you stories that would last for hours. But now is not the time. You have a job to do, and I don't like to be kept waiting.
Okay.
Well, if you get back to the key, I am sure you can find some copies of the interview he gave to SSNN around here, somewhere. I think those recordings might give you the history lesson that you are looking for.
Actually, they might. Can I ask a little more about this initiation?
Yeah, what is it?
Okay. First of all, who's the beard?
There is no deal. You and Mathis are two sides of the same coin. A couple of rooks fighting for a spot in the fleet. Only problem is that he is down a sheep and you are not, which puts you ahead. Just barely. Who knows? Maybe he'll get lucky and you won't make it off Suvorov in one piece.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Okay, what can you tell me about Suvorov?
It's cold. Bitter cold. Just about the last place you would want to find yourself without heat. The few living things that can survive the extreme temperatures are constantly fighting to stay at the top of the food chain. The Crimson Fleet called Suvorov the White Hell. To me, it's paradise. Someone up here pisses me off enough, I send them down to the surface for a little overnight visit. Snaps them right back into line.
Yeah, you call it paradise, they call it hell, I call it Tuesday. Can you tell me more about the lock?
The UC built the lock as a supermax prison a little under... well, it must have been at least 100 years ago. Before that, those concha de sus madres marooned prisoners on the planet's surface and left them to their own devices. As you can imagine, these turned into some kind of demented survival of the fittest. Prisoners killing each other for a chance at meager supplies.
Right.
Luckily, some whistleblowers back in New Atlantis saw this as cruel and unusual punishment and pressured the UC into building the facility. 5 years after the prison was completed, Crix touched off the riots that overran the lock and eventually the key.
So, they sent them down to the planet's surface so that they could do the whole survival of the fittest, become tough, vicious killers and survivors, and then gave them a nice facility to take over. Yep, sounds about right. What happened to Jasper Crix in the lock?
Nobody knows exactly what went down. I mean, there's all sorts of rumors. Crix was in prison for almost 5 years. And judging from the look of the facility, every moment must have been miserable. I suppose he just got fed up and decided to take matters into his own hands. Got the prisoners behind him and kept pushing until he reached the key. The cojones on that guy. UC's toughest supermax prison, and he just waltzed the hell out of there like it was nothing. I would love to have been a part of that.
I'm going to guess it's not as simple as that. But that is all for now.
Fine. Then get moving.
I'm moving. Before I head down there, though, I did want to just check some of your shops out. Whoa. Man's on the move. Make sure I'm ready for it. Maybe even have my ship looked at. And totally not look around for incriminating evidence and clues.